The biggest consideration when training your chest is relative elbow position.
What's up? 筋肉翻訳です。さあ今日は大胸筋を育てるコツと大会のプレッシャーへの打ち勝ち方見ていきましょう。筋トレには大事なポイントがたくさんあります。今回は胸トレ、そして全ての筋トレに当てはまるポイントをベンさんが教えてくれています。同時にこの時ベンさんは世界で一番大きな大会ミスターオリンピアを控えていて、その大舞台のプレッシャーに対してのメンタリティも話をしてくれています。合わせて見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
Alright, so we've been doing 60-second questions. Ben Pekulski here. We're actually going to make this two 60-second questions. You got 2 minutes coming at you from Rashane Deloach. Sorry, man, if I butcher your name. I've never seen it before. How to get a thicker upper chest, 3 to 4 exercises, a rep count. And then he wrote, or a personal video about Ben, but I'll do the first one first. Thicker chest, man, thicker upper chest. First, watch the execution video I did about a couple weeks back on how to maximally shorten your chest. Really important. The biggest consideration when training your chest is relative elbow position and how far your elbow actually travels. So you see a lot of guys doing stuff like this, where their elbow only travels 3 or 4 inches versus, a good 8 to 12 inches doing this. It doesn't necessarily mean it needs to happen on every exercise, but it needs to happen within a workout. So if you find yourself doing some really wide stuff on barbell, that's going to really hit the stretch position of the chest. And now make sure sometime in that workout we're also going to work the shortened position. So fully stretched pec, fully shortened pec. It doesn't necessarily need to happen with every exercise, but it needs to happen with every workout. So I would spend, depending what your weakness is, I try to spend more time in a fully contracted position. So you'll see in a lot of my training, I use a lot of bands. I tend to be a little bit weaker here. Maybe it's because I haven't trained my triceps in a long time. But this tends to be the weakest part of my chest movement. I tend to be pretty strong at the bottom. So I spend a little more time training my shortened position with things like bands, cables, things like that. Spend a little more time in the shortened position. Second part of the question is how Ben is feeling and challenges toward the 2013 Mr. Olympia. This is an awesome question, man. You're right, it is a stacked lineup. He wrote that as well. It's a stacked lineup this year, and I'm really motivated. I love the fact that a guy like Ramy comes along from Egypt, wherever he's from. For me, it sets the bar higher. It sets the standard higher, and I'm my biggest obstacle. I mean, if I train at my best, I can stand with anybody, but life gets in the way, injuries get in the way. I've had 2 babies in the last 18 months. Stuff that gets in the way. So for me to get re-motivated and wanting to beat a guy like Ramy, because ultimately we have very similar physiques, they may be 10 to 15 pounds heavier on stage. That's a lot of weight. That shows. So, for me to get re-motivated and refocused to beat a guy like that is great for me. I'm extremely motivated. I see it as a great challenge, and I love it when the standard gets higher on stage. I don't want to beat guys who aren't elite bodybuilders. I want to beat the best in the world. And if I'm ready this year, I don't know, but I will be ready soon. And I'm training hard, and things are progressing in the right direction. So, I'm doing my best. There's no obstacles. There's nothing in my way. My girl is amazing. My babies are amazing. I've got all the help in the world. I've got no excuses. I'm just pushing it, man. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying myself. It hasn't got hard yet. Still eating a lot of calories, and looking forward to seeing what I can do just as much as you guys are looking forward to seeing what I can do on stage. Be back out.
さあいかがでしたでしょうか。まとめると、全ての種目ではなくトレーニングの中で収縮が強調される種目、ストレッチをより強調できる種目、これを行う必要がある。メンタル面では自分が大舞台で何ができるのか、やらなきゃではなくベストを尽くしたらどんな結果になるんだろうとワクワクを作る。トレーニングに関してはよく効かせるだけ、重さだけにならないようにと言われますが、この場合全種目全可動域で行わなくてもいいというふうにも捉えられるかと思います。この種目は収縮重視と同じように、この種目は重量重視で可動域は少し狭く、その代わりこっちの種目では全可動域を行うなど、種目の特徴をいいところ取りする種目選びが成長のコツとなりそうですね。これが当たり前になっている人もいれば、改めて考えると偏りがちになっている人もいるかと思います。僕は全種目全可動域でやりがちだったので、重量を上げる種目も取り入れていきます。みんなはどう感じましたか？コメント欄で教えてください。感想や動画のリクエスト、チャンネル登録お待ちしてます。ではまた。I won't look back when you're around.
I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I'm